I had a guy comment on one of the first videos I made on this channel, and he had a great question for me. He asked, "Why do you make videos when nobody is watching?" I thought that was a good question. At this point in time, my videos barely had any views. I think my average was 1. And I hate to tell you this, but you want to know who that one viewer was? You're looking at him. So it was a valid question. Why do I make videos when nobody's watching? It's a question that's been sitting with me ever since. Not because I don't have an answer, but because it helps me stay focused on my motives, my intentions, my reasons for doing this. Now, obviously, my reasons are not to accumulate a high number of views. If that were my motivation, I would be very defeated right now. The number of views that my videos get is irrelevant. It doesn't come into play at all with regards to my motivation. The reason I try to put out 5 to 6 videos a week is not because I'm trying to get a lot of views. It's not because I'm trying to get a lot of likes. It's not because I'm trying to get a lot of followers. As you can probably tell from the production quality, I don't spend that much time on the finished product. Not because I don't care, but because I don't have time. I just don't have that much time to spend, so I try to get the message out there and to do a little bit of quick editing in the evenings or in the mornings before work, and then I just put it out there. The message that Hermann Hesse put out there in one of the Daily Bread videos I did recently, where he says, the deity is within you, not in books and scriptures. He says truth is lived. And that's the message that I'm trying to get out there. These videos that I'm making are real. When my son walks into the room and I'm in the middle of filming, I just keep shooting. When my daughters hijack the van as I'm trying to finish a Daily Bread video, I keep shooting. Because this is real life. And this is my truth. And I'm living it. And I'm sharing it with you. But ultimately, the reason I make these videos is not for you, I'm sorry to say. It's not for the 6 people who happen to watch my videos every once in a while. It's not for you, I'm sorry. The reason that I make these videos, the person that I make these videos for, is me. Just like when I recorded that vlog about Marcus Aurelius and job instability. I recorded that video and talking about it and reminiscing on Marcus Aurelius and his example, and then tying that to my situation clarified everything for me, and it put everything into focus, and I was able to concentrate on the things that mattered. And in this case, it worked out in my favor. This stuff is magical. I'm telling you, my friends, this stuff is magical. And it seems like whatever video I'm working on is exactly the video I need to be working on at the time. Just the other day, I was working on a video about the consequences of anger. And it was early in the morning before I got to work, and I was editing the raw footage, and I was listening to myself talk about this stuff, and I was like, yeah, this is good. I like this video. It's a good video. And I wasn't really giving it too much thought. And then later on that day, in the afternoon, I was running around doing errands with my wife, and we had to drop my kids off at the dance studio. They were there for photos, and then we were going to go for a run, but then we got a call from the studio, and one of the dance teachers was saying, hey, your daughter's crying, and all this shit happened, and I got frustrated, and I started to get mad. And then guess what happened? It was like a part of me stepped back and started thinking about the video that I had been editing a few hours before. And I started thinking about the consequences of anger. And like that, my anger proceeded no further. It didn't escalate. I wasn't mad for the next week, or even for the next 2 days, or the next day. I wasn't even mad for the next hour. It didn't progress. It stopped. There was a part of me that stepped away from the anger, and the anger slowly but surely fizzled and died down. And I can't tell you how many times things like this have happened to me since I started making videos. Things like this, different things, what you might call serendipity, what Carl Jung would call a synchronicity, and what the average layman would call a lucky coincidence. Well, guess what, my friends? When they happen every day, they're not coincidences anymore. They're not lucky anymore. They're the result of something else, and I believe making these videos is that something else for me. So you see, these videos are for my own benefit. Not only recording them, but editing them and watching them later gives me insights, it reminds me of things, it puts things in perspective for me. And so if I never get any views, if I never get any more views than the one, I will be happy, because that one view means I watched it. Sometimes I feel kind of weird watching myself on YouTube. Sometimes I feel like it's not actually me on the camera. Like it's somebody else talking. A lot of these videos, I record them and I edit them and I put them out there, and then a couple months later I'll go and watch it, and lo and behold, I don't remember a single thing about it. I don't remember saying the words that I said. I don't remember thinking the thoughts that led to those words. I don't remember driving. I don't remember any of it. It's like someone else made the video and now I'm a complete stranger watching it later on. And oftentimes, this experience is very helpful for me. But these things don't only help me in my personal life. Talking about this stuff, recording videos, and then editing the videos helps me reinforce and integrate all of these ideas that I try to share in different ways with people. Not only in my everyday casual life, but when I go and do public speaking in front of a church or a group of business executives. So the reason that I make videos is not to get likes, it's not to get views, it's to benefit myself. Now, if you benefit from something that I say, if you are successful in shifting your perspective, if you gain a small insight that has practical implications for you in your day-to-day life, then to me, that's just the cherry on top. Because I've already helped myself by making this video. If I can help someone else, it's like the best feeling in the world. Whenever I get a comment from someone saying, wow, you really made that clear for me, thank you, or I really needed to hear that today, which has happened a surprisingly large number of times, considering how many views I get. When that happens, it's like a bonus for me. It's like I already did something and it already felt good, and now this is just extra. It's extra good vibes, because like I said, I don't need anybody else to watch these videos for me to benefit. Just making the video is the benefit. And whenever anybody benefits in addition to myself, I just feel amazing. So there's my motivation. There's my reasoning. There's my cause, my purpose. The reason why I have a YouTube channel, the reason why I make videos. I just put them out there in case somebody wants to hear it, in case somebody happens to stumble upon it and benefits from it. But if that doesn't happen, if nobody else sees these videos except for myself and a handful of my closest friends and family, then let me tell you something. I am totally happy with that. And I have no need for thousands and thousands of views or millions of views in order for me to feel like I'm doing a good job in these videos. I don't need that at all. And if anything, the message that I'm trying to convey and the philosophy that I'm trying to share with you is that you don't need external validation. You don't need it. You don't need views. You don't need likes. You don't need compliments. You don't need thumbs up. You don't need any of that stuff. Validation comes from within yourself. When you feel it, when you feel validated, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. So there you go. Here I am living my truth and showing you what it looks like, because this is real. I'm not playing a game. I'm not playing a role. What you get is the real Ollie. And every once in a while, when I'm at my best and I get the fuck out of my own way, what you get isn't even Ollie. It's not even me. It's not even this animal. What you get is something deeper, something wiser, something more ancient and more powerful than anything I can ever portray myself to be. When I speak and it's inspired, what you're getting is not Ollie. You're getting this supreme self that I keep talking to you about. The very same supreme self that is in the depth of your being. You are that. And I am that. And we are all that. And that's what breaks through and communicates with you when I'm at my best. But when I'm not at my best, like today for instance, you get the subjective ego personality known as Ollie. And in those cases, I still hope that I give you something of value. I thought this rant was over a while ago, but I just kept going, man. I'm inspired because truly, I want to connect with you. And of course, when people have positive reactions to my videos, it feels good. I'd be lying to you if I told you I don't enjoy getting a lot of views on my videos. I'd be lying to you if I told you I don't care and I don't want likes. Because I do, of course, everybody wants that. It's not that I don't want it, it's that I don't really care if I get it or not. Because I'm getting something out of it that is beyond the external validation of other people clicking a button and saying they like your video. Lucius Seneca says we learn by teaching. Now, I don't think that I'm teaching you anything in these videos, but I think that by talking about this stuff and thinking about it and trying to communicate more clearly, I am gaining a better understanding of the material, and I'm benefiting from this deeper, more precise understanding. And so there you go. Would I prefer to get lots of views and shares and likes? Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? But do I need that to make these videos? No. And am I pursuing that in making these videos? Is that the reason why I make videos? No. I make the videos for their own sake because I get something out of it. And then when you do get a video that hits and gets a lot of likes or a lot of views, and I say a lot in air quotes because it's a lot compared to what I normally get, when that happens, of course, I'm happy. I get enjoyment out of that. But it's short-lived because I'm always moving on to the next video. Hopefully you have a better understanding of why I do this, why I make these videos. And if you don't have a better understanding, then I do apologize. I did have a cup of coffee right before hitting record, so I'm pretty jacked up right now. I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to live well, my peeps.